Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about everything that I made in March, and I made a lot of things in March. I was surprised by how many things I was able to make, and so if you haven't checked out my everything I made in January and everything I made in February videos, you might want to check those out first. I'll have those linked in the description. For March, I was trying to finish 2 things each day. So whether I was working on multiple projects throughout the day, I just wanted to have 2 finished each day. That was my goal because I'm trying to do some market prepping for my spring and summer markets. Because part of the summer I work at an art camp, and so I know I'm going to be so tired and I'm not going to have a lot of time to crochet, and so I want to make sure I have a lot of stuff ready to go for my summer markets. Okay, so I've been keeping track of everything that I make in this spreadsheet on Canva, and it is from Loved Knots on Instagram. She's the one that made this, and I thought it was a great idea, so I've been doing it. I'm planning on doing it at least through the year. It's really handy to be able to keep track on there and see the pictures of everything that I've made. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing that I made was a chick, and if you've seen some of my videos, you know I love making these ones. I'm going to try to put pictures up of each item up here. And the second thing I made was one of my Leggy Chicks, and that is my pattern. Next, I made 3 tiny bunnies. I like to have these for my markets in the spring and around Easter time because they're super small, they're pretty quick to make, and so it's a cheap item to have on the table. Then I made 2 of my Mini Egg-topus, and that is my pattern. That's a free pattern. It is on Instagram for free, as well as Ribblr if you want an interactive pattern. And then I do have a YouTube tutorial about how to crochet it too, if you want to check that out. And then I made 3 carrots. I couldn't decide which carrot pattern I wanted to use, so I was testing out different ones. Then I made a mini peep. It's with like the floral yarn, which is really cool. I was looking for the floral yarn for like a year and I could not find it, and I finally found it at Michael's, and then I got it and I was like, what am I gonna make? But I finally decided to make peeps with it, so I made a couple of those. And then I made another Leggy Chick. I had ran out of yellow and I wanted to make another one, so I made one white. And I couldn't decide if it was like a seagull or just a white chick or what kind of bird it looks like, but it's super cute. And then I made a turtle. The pattern is from All From Jade, and I love making these turtles. They're so cute. Definitely one of my favorite turtle patterns. The next thing that I made is a duck, and this is actually a pattern that I wrote and I haven't released it yet. I haven't even typed it up yet. I had plans of releasing 4 more spring summer patterns, but I've just been so busy I haven't had time to type them up and get them tested, but hopefully I will get some time to get 1 or 2 of those out soon. And then I made an octopus. This pattern is from All From Jade as well. And then I made 3 corn, and this is my pattern. So this one I released about a year ago on Ribblr, and then I just recently made a PDF of it, got that tested, and it is now on Etsy if you want to check that out. Then I made 4 mini Octos. I really like making these mini Octos when I'm in the car or I just want something really, really quick to make because I have the pattern memorized, and so I can just make them super quick and easy, and I don't have to go searching for a pattern and keep looking back at a pattern. So those are nice to make whenever I'm in the car or at a market or something like that. And then I made another Octo. And then here's the second peep that I made with that same floral yarn. And then I made another mini bunny. This one I embroidered the eyes on with black yarn just because I like to have some plushies that don't have safety eyes in them. And then I made another octo again. And I did make 2 more carrots. And then I made another octo again. Then I made 3 of these flowers. I can't remember what the pattern's called, but it's on a blog. It's a free pattern, but it's on a blog, and I'll have it linked below. But they're actually super quick to make, and it was pretty fun. You pretty much are just making a sphere, and then you crochet the petals on. And then I made this bandana. So this was a pattern test for Jelly Donut Knits, and I will have the link in the description for that as well. I was testing this pattern and I made like 3 in the testing period just because I really loved making it. It was really fun. And you're going to see some more of these because I really got into making these. I kind of got obsessed with making these bandanas. So you'll see some more in a little bit. But the next thing that I made was this blue whale. This is another pattern from All From Jade. And it's actually a no-sew pattern as well, which is super cool for something so big. And the really cool thing about this is it's a mama whale, so the babies, there's little babies that can go inside the mom. There's like a hole in the bottom. And I haven't made the babies yet, so I can't sell this one yet. I still have to make the 2 babies, but the yarn that I used for this was this really old Bernat yarn that I found in my storage, and I don't think they make it anymore. I haven't seen it in years, but it's like a mixture of different yarns. Like there's Bernat Blanket in there, and then there's also like the Bernat Pipsqueak, and there's 2 others. I don't know what they are, but it looks cool, but it's kind of hard to crochet with because it's like different textures and they're kind of different thicknesses. So it wasn't fun to make it, so I haven't made the babies yet, but I do like how it turned out. It looks really cool. And then I made 2 more bandanas. Like I said, you're going to be seeing more of these. The yarn that I used for these is from Big Twist from Joanne, and I believe it's the Living line. So some of these are pride colors, which I thought was really cool. And I have a pride market coming up this year, my first pride market, so I was excited about that, and so I wanted to do some bandanas in the pride colors. The next thing I made was a large dino. If you watch my videos, you know I love these dinos. So this one was an ombre pink one. Next, I made 3 popping mushrooms. I just did the classic red in these because I sell the red the most, and I had completely run out of the red ones. Then I made another white Leggy Chicky because I sold the first white one. And then I made another flower. Then I made a Fidget Flower. So this is a free pattern on Instagram, and it's kind of cool because the petals are like fidgets. You like flip them in and out, and it turned out super cute. It did take a little bit longer to make than I expected, and it's a little bigger than I expected, so I probably won't be making more for markets unless this one sells well, but I definitely love how it turned out. Then I made 2 scrunchies. This one was a pattern test on Ribblr. I used Bernat Blanket for the blue one, and the other one is a yarn I got from Michael's. I don't know what it's called, but it's got like these little specks of colors in it, and it's pretty cute. And then next I made 3 more bandanas. With these ones I started altering the last row because it's supposed to have peacocks on the last row just to give it like that texture on the edge, but I just felt like it was taking a long time to do the peacocks, so instead I just did single crochet around the edges, and it still looks pretty cute. So that's what I started doing on most of them. These are also kind of pride colors. I just found some rainbowish yarn it's like rainbow, but it's not super rainbow, you know? It's not like basic rainbow. It's kind of unique. Anyways, then I made a mini chick, and then I made this strawberry. This one was a pattern test on Ribblr as well. And the strawberry is supposed to have legs, and I was going to give him legs, but I ran out of my red yarn. So he just has arms, and I wish I would have put bigger eyes in it. It looks kind of silly. I feel like it kind of looks like a chili pepper, but it's okay. It could be whatever. And then I made this dolphin. This was another pattern test on Ribblr. And I really like the front half of the dolphin, and then when it gets to the end, I don't love it. The tail's like floppy, and I think I stuffed the end too much, but overall it's okay. Definitely not my favorite, but it's okay. Then I made this little mermaid. This was another pattern test on Ribblr. I definitely got distracted by all these cute pattern tests this month, and this one is super cute. The only thing is that the hair is super heavy, and so the head was like kind of flopping over to the side, and so I kind of wish I would have put like a stick or something, like glued a stick inside to make sure the head would stay up straight. And then I made this Mallard Duck. This is one of my favorite makes recently. It's just so cute, and this is another pattern test on Ribblr, and she also added all these different modifications to make different birds, and so I'm definitely wanting to make some more of the birds in the future. We'll see whenever I get around to it, because I already have a list of a lot of things that I'm trying to market prep. But eventually I'll get around to making some of the other birds from this pattern. And then I made two cats. These are okay. They're not my favorite, but they turned out okay. There's the gray one, and then this other one that's like striped. I really like to use this striped yarn for cats and for alpacas because it kind of looks like they're natural coloring. And then I made this little elephant, and this was another pattern test on Ribblr, and I love this elephant. It's so cute. I definitely want to make more, but I'm about out of my gray yarn, so probably gonna have to wait a little bit for that. But it's just super cute and super little. I love it. Then I made another turtle, and I love this one. It's one of my favorites. So the white yarn in it is Burnout Blanket, and the rainbow yarn in it is from Lion Brand Cover Story. I think it's Dreamland is what it's called. They're the new ones, and it's like the big skein of yarn, and I really like that yarn. It is thicker than the Burnout Blanket, and if I'm making something solely in that yarn, I do go up a hook size, but since I was using the white yarn with it, I just stayed at the regular hook size that I would use for Burnout Blanket. It was a little hard to work with, but it turned out super cute. I really love this one. And then I made 6 more mini chicks because at my market that was at the animal shelter, I sold almost all of my chicks, so I wanted to restock for my market before Easter. So I made 6 of the mini chicks, and then I made 2 of the regular chicks. And I sold both of those chicks pretty quickly at my last market, so I need to make some more of them. But I'm also out of yellow, and I went to Joann's yesterday, and they didn't have the yellow that I needed, and they also didn't have the orange that I needed. But I'm thinking tomorrow I might go to the Joann's that's further away, but they usually have more yarn selection. So I'll probably go there tomorrow, and hopefully I can get the colors that I am needing. And then I made another mini bunny. And then the next thing I made was this possum. This was another pattern test on Ribblr. I have tried, I think, about 5 different possum patterns, and there's always something about the pattern that I just don't love. And so I was like, I want to try another one and see if this is the possum pattern for me, because I don't like sewing. And so a lot of times with the possum pattern, you'll have to sew the tail on or sew the ears on. and I don't want to do that just because I hate sewing. But anyways, so I tried this one. I actually really like this pattern. I think I may have altered the ears a little bit on it, but I did really like this pattern, and it's a really small possum, so it was pretty quick to make it. And then I made 4 different rainbows. So I also wanted to make some rainbow plushies for my Pride Market, and I was testing out different rainbow patterns. So first I made this one that's just flat on the bottom, and I don't hate it, but I didn't love it. So I wanted to try a different one that was more arched, because this one is kind of like flat shape like this, and I wanted it to be taller. So the next one I tried was only supposed to use, I think, 3 or 4 colors, and then I was like, oh well, how am I gonna make the whole rainbow with it? So I just went with some random colors. I liked the oranges and yellows and pinks, so I just made one with that. And this pattern was a little hard for me to read. I don't know if it was just me, but I didn't love it. And you were supposed to also sew it together, but I decided to just do an extra color and just fold it in half and crochet that together. So I did make it work, and I kind of liked it, but I was still like, I feel like I could find one that's a little better for me. So then I tried this last one, and this is the one that I loved. So I really like this one because it has that taller arch to it, and then it also has a little arch in the center, which I really like. So I made one, and then the second one I made, I was like, I should add eyes to this. So I put eyes in that one, and I'm definitely going to be making more of those. And then I made a rainbow bee. I also tried multiple patterns for this one. I have another one that I haven't finished yet because I have to sew on the wings, and I don't like sewing. But anyways, I really like this pattern. The wings are baubles, so I don't have to sew them on, which I absolutely love that. Perfect for me. So I will definitely be making more of those. Then I made a whale keychain, and next I made a strawberry. I like to have some fruits and vegetables at my spring markets, kind of have it like a farmer's market vibe. So I need to start working on some of those. Then I made 2 more whale keychains. And then the last 2 things that I made in March were 2 more bandanas. Which, if you can't tell, I am obsessed with making those bandanas now. It's definitely a great pattern. I have kind of thought about maybe trying out another pattern, but I just love this one, and I have it memorized. I memorized it after the second time I made it, and so it's super easy for me to make them, and they're just so cute. So I am not sure how I'm going to display them at my markets. If you have an idea for how to display them, let me know in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram, because I really don't know how I'm going to display them. I think I'm probably going to wear one at my market so people can see it, and then maybe just have them laying there, or I don't know if I could hang them up from my canopy, like from my tent. I'm not sure yet, so I've got to figure that out. Anyways, that is 77 items that I made in March, and I am really excited about that. I did not expect to make that many items, although I was trying to make finish 2 items each day. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do that, and I was surprised that I actually got more done than that. So that was really awesome. I do still have a large list of items that I am trying to prep, that I'm wanting to prep, I guess, for my upcoming markets. For April, I'm actually trying to get 3 items done each day. It's not going to be like a super strict rule. If I don't get it done, if I don't have time, it's okay. But that's what my goal is, because I calculated out how many items I need to make, or how many items I want to make, and how many days that I'm trying to get it done by the day I'm trying to get this stuff done. And I was like, wow, I need to finish, like, I think it was like, once I calculated it, 2.5 things per day. But also I'm gonna have a few markets throughout the month, so I know that I'm gonna have to restock some stuff after those markets also. So anyways, I'm trying to plan that out. But I'm also thinking I'm probably going to do some live videos. I mostly have done live videos on TikTok in the past just because that's what I know and it's easier for me. I'm probably going to do them on there, but I have done one on Instagram before, so I might do some on there, and you guys can let me know if you want a live on YouTube. I could look into that. I need to see how to do that, but I can definitely look into that if you guys want to do a live here, and just to do some market prepping together. Don't forget to check out the description. I will have linked every pattern that I've talked about in the description. And if you want to make sure you see everything that I make in the future, please make sure to subscribe. And if you want to keep up with me daily, then you can check out my Instagram. I post pretty much daily on there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you had a favorite item that I made this month. I don't know for sure what my favorite item is this month. I think it was my turtle. I think the white and the rainbow turtle was probably my favorite thing that I made this month. But I want to know which ones you guys liked and if you're thinking about trying out any of these patterns.